This smart young lady knows what she's talking about before she opens her big mouth, because she reads Midnight Titallitor, the weekly insider's newspaper that's provocative, revealing, cheap. Look inside this week's issue and get the answers to questions like these. Is there any truth to the monkeys' breakup rumors? Toads, can they be linked to warts? Is the Loch Ness Monster a communist plot? Look at this exclusive story, typical of what you find each week in Midnight Titallitor. Mrs. X of X, New Jersey, tells the story of an incredible after-hours visit by dead aviatrix Amelia Earhart. According to an astonished Mrs. X, the ghost appeared at the foot of her bed, asking if Mrs. X could help her get the lid off a jar. When Mrs. X left her bed to assist the spook, the body of a stewardess on United Airlines Flight 317 to Cleveland fell through the roof and into the bed. Mrs. X's only brother Y was out of town at the time of this near tragedy. Young and old, rich and poor, literate and slob, everyone reads and enjoys Midnight Titallitor. Why? Because Midnight Titallitor is written for you. Example, shouldn't you know of Dr. X of X, New York, who has advanced a startling new theory that links cancer to electricities escaping from open outlets? Noting that cancer authorities had deemed it unwise to rule out any theory on the cause of cancer, no matter how harebrained, Dr. X suggests that unused electrical outlets be boarded up to avoid current leakage. Dr. X further notes that American Indians have never suffered from cancer, nor were they ever exposed to electricity. Proof, you be the judge. And whatever happened to Noah's Ark? The Ark, which you may recall figured prominently into one account of the flood which destroyed the world, has now been found. Mr. X of Toledo, Ohio, located the Ark while digging a second basement for his home. Shown here, holding a fragment of the boat, Mr. X claims he had known the Ark was there all the time, but feared recrimination from local church officials if he revealed his discovery. People of every age enjoyed the fascinating scientific accounts in the pages of Midnight Titallitor. Mothers, it's educational. In the field of astronomy, look at this exclusive account of a visit by flying saucers, possibly from other planets. These exclusive candid photos, shot by little Ronnie X, show the landing of the saucer-shaped vehicle. And this photo shows one of the creatures who emerged from the craft and enticed Ronnie's older brothers into the saucer with chocolate bars. Ronnie's brothers were inside the craft for 15 minutes and demonstrated remarkable changes in appearances when they emerged. The saucer landing was confirmed by William X, a nearby notary public. Think that's incredible? Consider the plight of little Billy X, born without the benefit of a body. During the first month of pregnancy, Mrs. X had mixed radial and non-radial tires on her car and driven 6 times to Chicago, resulting in the deformed child. Ashamed, she stored her son in a hatbox in the closet shelf until he was 14. Today, Billy is out in the open leading a relatively normal life. He's taken up painting and has a large hat collection. And now and then he goes out for a roll with his mother. He appreciates all the get-well cards from readers of Midnight Titallitor. Remember, know what you're talking about before you talk about it. Read Midnight Titallitor today, on your newsstands tomorrow.